Hello everyone. Let's talk about naming binary molecular compounds or covalent compounds step by step with iodine oxides. First, we need to understand what is the difference between ionic compounds and the covalent compounds. So, ionic compounds made by metals and nonmetals, but covalent compounds formed by two nonmetals. You can see on this slide I2O, iodine and oxygen. There are two types of nonmetal. This is a molecular compound or a covalent compound. So another important point, you need to understand the subscripts. These subscripts indicate how many each type of atoms in this molecular compound. For example, this I2O, two iodine atoms and one oxygen atom. In this case, I4O9, four iodine atoms and nine oxygen atoms. To indicate this 2, 4, 9, the how many each type of atoms or subscripts, we are using prefixes. For example, if you have two atoms, we use prefix di. For four atoms, prefix tetra, five penta, and so on. These are the prefixes: mono, di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa, hepta, octa, nona, deca. So use these prefixes before each nonmetal to indicate how many each type of nonmetal is present in the molecular compound. So in addition to that, you need to remember this rule. When we are using mono prefix we should not eat for the first non-element, for the first non-metal element. Mono prefix we can use for the second non-metal only. Now let's combine all the rules here. First, identify two nonmetals. If you have a covalent compound to name, first identify two nonmetals. In this case, iodine and oxygen. And then read each subscript. How many each type of atoms? Two iodine atoms and five oxygen atoms. So for 2, we use prefix di. For 5, we use prefix penta. And first nonmetal we named as the same element name, that is iodine. However, the second nonmetal we use IDE ending. So oxygen become oxide, and if you have nitrogen it become nitride, sulfur becomes sulfide. The second nonmetal only use in IDE form. Now let's combine prefixes and the name. This is diiodine and pentaoxide. This penta, P-E-N-T-A, and then oxide. So you can see two vowels, A and O, next to each other. So omit first vowel. Then pentaoxide become pentoxide, diiodine pentoxide. These are some worked examples. I2O, you can see iodine and oxygen are the two nonmetals, two iodine atoms and one oxygen. This is diiodine. Monoxide become monoxide, omitting the first vowel. Here I2O4, diiodine, two iodine atoms, and tetra, that means four oxygen atoms. Diiodine tetraoxide become tetroxide, again omitting the first vowel. This is diiodine pentoxide. Pentaoxide become pentoxide. CO2 here only one iodine atom, but prefix we should omit mono prefix only for the first nonmetal. So let's use simply as iodine dioxide. It's become iodine dioxide. So these are the worked examples. Again, diiodine monoxide, tetraiodine nonoxide. Nona means prefix for the 9 atoms, and diiodine tetroxide. This is diiodine pentoxide, iodine dioxide. I hope now you all understand the prefixes. That means each number of nonmetals present in the molecular compound. And the next is a rule. We should omit the mono for the first element. I hope now you all can name any kind of covalent compounds.